Olsen tried to put some pressure on at the back, but it came away for Kang. And now 7 on 6, and China pour forward with Wang Yu. And then the support play comes in the form of Fujian Rong, and the last handle is a good one too for Zhuyan, and they do make the most of having the extra player. Does China? Rather, it's Yang Yutong with the score. And China, last to strike in the half, missed the conversion from a handy range though. Couldn't take the lead, but they've stretched and tested this USA defence. There's the try scorer, Jiang Yutong, who makes some more good meters, and now it comes away for Kang, and now Wang Yu, and then a lovely little ball back inside. Stayed in support, did the 23, Kang Chiang-tan. And the nice ball popped over the top, and now Tolliver, great support play, bashes, boshes over one, then wrestles with 2-3 Chinese defenders, still able to stand in the tackle. Eventually, they'll stop Nia Tolliver as she squeezes the ball back, having peeled off some meters for her team. Strasdis once more tries to rip a ball and does so for Alyssa Porter on the edge, and she's a good finisher in that area. She can move Alyssa Porter, and she gets another one to extend USA's advantage. So now it's a game of sixes, 6 on 6. 2 players in the sin mint for a similar offence, having, we just said not long ago, we haven't had many yellow cards this weekend. Setefano, and there's going to be space on this outside edge for Michaela Brake to have a little juggle and dive into the corner and get herself on the score sheet a little awkwardly, but Brake with a quality finish. Setefano gives it away for Brake on the other edge now. Brake and Costa one-on-one. It's Brake who wins the first. Costa's going to come back at her though. The speedsters go at it. Costa still trying to track Michaela Brake and does track her down. Swallowed her up just as she needed to. Talia Costa, another potential try saver from the little Brazilian flyer. Danger not over here. Hirini. Back she comes out to Setefano, and now looks to just roll it around the corner, and Brake will get the try eventually. Despite the best efforts of the wonderful Talia Costa, Michaela Brake gets a second.
So France automatically get ball back in hand and look to go wide really early on, and it's going to be Lily Dejoux. Tries to keep it in. Great tackle. Defensive hits had to be made by the Irish, and now the cut through. And that is going to be Océane Pousson. She's on debut this weekend, and she gets her first for the weekend. Slow ball for Kathy Baker though, so that's allowed the French defence to regroup, reset. O'Connor up the midfield, goes channel 1, but gets caught by 2 French defenders. Has to come in and save it. Megan Burns does. Burns looks on the outside, tries to scoot and create some numbers, and then she gets it to Kingan. Lucinda Kingan. Fitzpatrick, the offload is good, and Megan Burns is going to get up for Ireland's first this weekend, and her first for the weekend too. Well, Ireland have conceded the most joint visits to their 22, but they've had 5 successful shutouts, and that'll be ringing in the back of their minds, because that's something that they're going to need to achieve now. You don't want to give away points at this half. The pickup from Hagel. Back on the inside to Christians, who's trying to get up the middle. Quick ball required. The pickup, Neeson, and there's numbers on the outside. Roman Ménager is going to get it done for France. We've seen her do it for the 15 side, and it is absolute heartbreak for the Irish women. Bottom of that breakdown. Milenia, tap and play, swing doesn't get to hand, but the pickup is good. Dita Vatu. So many tackles being made by great British women at the moment. And they're back on the inside, and Lavina Tafuru with the filthy footwork breaks the defense of Great Britain eventually. This far. Doesn't look like she's going to be stopping anytime soon. Tafuru goes high, hanging kick, and straight under it was Milenia. Carlo has to come in and try and get ball back. They do so. Here's the try scorer, Tafuru, and we spoke about her filthy footwork. And Lavina Tafuru makes it look so easy. She's so strong, she's so elusive, and Tafuru gets her second within a minute. Brown on the pickup. Now again to Alicia Moore. Georgie Lingham getting involved. lurking in those wider channels, trying to exploit a lot of space, and the counter-ruck from Fijiana, you can just see the question. And the referee says the ball was out, so the offload's going to be good, and there's not going to be enough defenders, or is there? Isla Norman-Bell trying to make the cover tackle. She's got P, but she doesn't have enough. Isla Norman-Bell. Their spot at second, France at the top. GB, we were looking at points difference. Is something able to come from what they've done, and Ireland only with 1 point.
To this match for the Olympic silver medalists, Canada. Thea Porthor, nice little dabbing run. Now though it's going to fall, and it's going to fall for Bermudez, and look at it, just swoop on that possession, smile on the face already, fancy Bermudez. She adds so much to this team, so exuberant, so energetic, and a try scorer to boot. Haven't had any ball or territory in the second half. Oh, Bermudez, though, that's a nice little sleight of hand to get the ball away from Mahalia Robinson coming in off the bench. Robinson weaving her way through, had Nicholas on the shoulder, now releases Norston. That's really good teamwork and support play from the Canadians to then find the player they needed, Carissa Norston. They don't have any of their out-and-out speedsters this weekend, Canada, but Norston's got enough. Here's Piper Simons, looks to release out to the right. Nicholas, space here for Levi, just going to put the head down. Way up the option, Levi, she's got Nathan with her again. Japan's defence sticks with her though on the 22, and oh, it's awkward, yeah, and it's high, uncomfortable for Levi. Australia, quick tap, away comes Nicholas and Simons, now Hines. This is better from Australia, oh, monster though, big hit on NASA from Kajiki. Hit her right in the breadbasket as she got possession, but it's really calm and patient from Australia. And then the unsung hero of this team, Faith Nathan, comes up with a big play when they need it. So robust. Let's put her team back with a handier advantage now, 14-5. Oh, here go Japan though. It's landed really nicely for them. I'm just going to try and take on the defence away, scooting away. Hines chasing. Hines just making a critical tackle as it was needed, but Japan now swing forward. Australia having to scramble across. It's wonderful connection from the Japanese, edge to edge, and the finish is just as good from Hanoko Tsutsumi. This is how it is in Pool C. So Australia and Canada, the top two teams. Japan will go through to the quarterfinals with that bonus point as well.
Lavena Thavuru. She's a playmaker in the side. Olivia Apps goes high. Deemed not to go into any hands though. The offload sticks for Flo Simons. And Simons is going to go. Offload. Pumps up to Fancy Bermudez. And the fancy footwork. Fancy Bermudez gets away from her defenders. And fly, Fancy fly.
Yes, I love it.
Defending for their lives at the moment, the Canadians. Oh, it looked like there was half a gap available. Duroti, something's got to come and something's got to give. And she's going to get it. Looks like Silika Kalo. Perry, and they're keeping it really tight. Carmen, she's got to try to her name too, and there's a bit of acceleration off the ball to be able to bust up the middle. Now Carissa Norston again with the rugby IQ. She looks up, she sees some space, and she backs herself to pick that ball up and go the whole way.
Marina Fioravanti brings it down for Brazil. The winner of this set quarterfinal will play Canada in the semi. They've just beaten Fiji. Here's Costa, and she gets away from Break, who's shot up on her. Now Talia Costa, they've given her way too much of a head start. Break trying to track her down, but she's got too much room, and Talia Costa just needs one touch. That's what she can do, and she pulls Brazil straight back into this quarterfinal. New Zealand keep giving Brazil chances. Orca Khan's just thrown that away as the big hit came on. Now here's break, and she's just going to explode away to take another step forward to the great she already is and become the second all-time leading point scorer in Sevens history. For the United States, real pressure coming on Australia's defence. That's flat behind. There's holes everywhere for them to get through, but they couldn't quite control that last pass. Ball's gone backwards a couple of times, and now Levi able to get and go again. Tolliver sticks with her, rolling it back in field. It's a little untidy, but they still have the ball. Nasser. Nathan, the try scorer, they hanging off her again, and she's too elusive, too evasive, and Ramsey won't get a finger on her this time. Faith Nathan a double to make for a stunning start for Australia. It's been a relentless opening half from Australia. Merriman Duff, and now Nasser shovels it on. And they're keeping the ball alive, and that's created space. She's going to have the pace on Kershey here, will Levi, and she's just going to keep her feet. That superbly balanced athlete. Madison Levi grabs one as well. Another try for her. And Australia pull ahead.
This is the first time that these two sides have met in a cup quarterfinal match, and we are underway. Otsumi on the pickup and immediately have ball in hand and immediately looking to spread it out wide on Japan, and now trying to test the defense of the French. Tackles made by Deju, and ball's been turned over to Trollier, and now Alicia Christians, who's got a couple to her name this weekend, looks to try and get into this, and Carla Nielsen with the dummy of note gets through the Japanese defense, and they strike early. They strike within the first 30. Neeson goes digging and finds Tunkara, and ball's just left behind a little bit, so has to clean up. Alicia Christians using some of her footwork, and she backs herself every single time on a one-on-one opportunity. Hawa Tunkara fooling almost all of the Japanese defense. Quick ball, the let go, and it's the replacement that's come on, and she's a super sub for the French at the moment, Lunuel. Urgency and unforced errors for Japan at the moment, and that's bullying from Roman Ménager, who eventually gets help from Noelle Rivière. They've got numbers on the outside. Straightening is good. Does enough to suck in a couple of defenders. Neeson looking, still Neeson going, and this time. And this is what it looks like in the semi-final at the moment. Canada will take on New Zealand. They've met each other at the Olympics already. France takes on Australia, and that's going to be an interesting one tomorrow.